Hi, I'm Christian Taylor and I'm the co-founder of My Sermon Notes. Today I'll be showing you how to set up your connection card, manage responses, and customize the profile information collected with My Sermon Notes. Here's the breakdown on getting started. So once you've logged into the admin portal at portal.mysermonnotes.com, we're first going to talk about how to choose between using the native built-in connection card with My Sermon Notes or linking out to your own connection card. So to do this, we're going to go over to Admin and Features. Now here's where we configure all the tabs for the app. Connection card is enabled by default, and we can see that right here. So if we click this pencil icon, we can add a custom image. If you've got your own theme for your church and you want to create a custom image to upload for the tab, you can do that. And right here is where we determine whether we use the built-in My Sermon Notes connection card or link out to your own connection card. So maybe you've already got a digital connection card on your church website or with your CHMS online, and you'd rather just link to that. You would simply paste that link right here and click Save, and then users in the app will be taken to that link instead of to the My Sermon Notes connection card. So for the rest of this tutorial, we'll be focusing on using the native built-in connection card with My Sermon Notes. So to do that, we're going to close this and go over to Connect and Connection Card Builder. Now this is our drag and drop editor for connection cards, and we can add every type of question using the sidebar right here. So to add a new question, I just click the question box and it adds it to the bottom right here. Now we also have different formats of questions. You can see we have a similar question right here. I prefer the following service times and let users check them. But we've got different options here. We've got a text box. We've got a memo box. That's what this memo box is right here. So maybe you're going to have like enter your prayer request. And the user can go more in depth by entering more text, where a question box here, this may be used more for an email address or personal info. So we've got text, that's simply just text. The user doesn't have any input in that. We've got these question boxes, check boxes, radio boxes, memo boxes, and then we have predefined. So these are common options that you may want to collect from a user, and they're formatted in a common way. So let's just try address here and say okay. This is going to be address 1, address 2, city, state, zip. So it is formatted in a convenient way on the app that will make sense to users, and it is available to speed the process up. So now we're going to focus on the most complex type of question, which will be checkboxes or radio boxes. Now, the only difference between these two is with a radio box, you can only select one option. With a checkbox, you can select all that apply. So I've got some pre-made radio boxes and checkboxes right here. Let's just go through what these different options mean. So starting up here, this checkbox or radio box icon will add another checkbox option to the end of the checkbox. Now you can sort any of these by using this drag to sort button right here. So we can click this and move it around as needed. And to sort an entire question, we will click this top one next to the question and move that around as needed. So I'm going to delete this checkbox option 5 that I just created because I don't actually need that. Now, if we click this T icon, this is going to create a blank text line. So we can say maybe sub-question. Maybe within a question, you kind of want to break stuff up. So we can split up those checkbox options there, and we can use these controls to indent or dedent any option. So I can click this here, and then I've got next steps, sub-question, and some nice formatting here for this type of question. Now, this little pill-shaped icon here will control if there is a free-form text box after the text that you type here. So this is really helpful to have an other option. You can have, option A, option B, option C, and then you can have other and actually allow the user to input whatever it is that they want to say on the form. And that works exactly the same on the radio boxes down here. We can create a new radio box by clicking this. We can create a new text box item, and we can sort and kind of split things up. We can indent or dedent any control up to 2 levels of indentation. And we can choose to add a free-form text box for the user to type more information on the form. So once you have your connection card saved using the Save button right here, you can go in on the app under the Connection Card tab, and you can see the form we just built. You can see with that other option, I can check other for the following service times, and maybe I'm going to enter 12 p.m. Maybe I like an afternoon service. I'm going to say I'd like to be baptized, and I'm going to say, please email me about, let's say, serving opportunities, and submit this. So how do we view responses on a connection card? Well, to do that, we go over to Connect and Connection Card Responses. Now, this is an interface we like to call action items. So this means that the user has submitted a connection card, and these are all the items or the action items that you may need to address. So if we have 5 users that say they want to be baptized, we'll see be baptized, and we will see 5 people listed here. We can see the date they requested it. We can see the days that they've been waiting to be baptized. So maybe if you've got 10 people and they've been waiting 30 days to be baptized, you might want to think about planning a baptism soon to address those requests. So let's say that Christian Taylor got baptized, their request was fulfilled. All I need to do is just check this, click Mark Completed, and select OK. And that is going to mark that task as completed, and we no longer have to look at it. So I'm going to just clear all of these and say that I've addressed everything that Christian Taylor needs. Everything's been taken care of. I'm going to mark it as completed. And then we don't have any more connection card responses that we need to address. So how do we get notified when somebody submits a connection card? Well, we can go to Connect right here and Connection Card Notifications. Now, our notification system can send an email and or a push notification once a day at the time you specify right here, and it's simply going to be a summary of any new connection card submissions in the last 24 hours. So let's say that it's Sunday and we have this alert sent out at 4 p.m. every day. So Sunday morning happens, Sunday at 4 p.m. I will get an email and or a push notification saying, hey, there were 15 new connection cards submitted and there's 40 action items for you to take care of. Now, maybe Monday, nobody submits a connection card, so I will not get an email. And say Tuesday, there were a couple people that watched the service replay, maybe 3 or 4 people submitted connection cards. So Tuesday at 4 p.m., I'll get that email or notification saying there's been 3 new connection card submissions. So you can kind of get the idea of how that works. All we have to do is make sure that our time is configured to our liking right here. Click Add Contact, and this is going to be anyone in the church, really, that you could give these connection card alerts to. So I'm going to choose to add push notification and email, and I'm going to add Clifford McMail. So when I start typing my name for the staff member or the member in the church, it will populate the options right here. So I'm just going to click Clifford and select OK. And now Clifford will be notified with a push notification on the app as well as an email whenever new connection cards are submitted. Again, this is a once a day summary, so you're not going to get bombarded 20 times if there's 20 connection card submissions. You're not going to get an email in real time. It's just a once a day summary letting you know how many connection cards were submitted for that day. So now that we've covered that, we've covered building the connection card, viewing and managing responses, and setting up notifications. There is one other important thing to discuss, and that is, what is profile information? When we click this, you'll see, now wait a minute, this is the same exact form as the connection card form, or the same builder, the same interface, so what's the difference? Well, we can see right here on the app, if I go to the Profile tab in the bottom right corner, and I select Profile Information, this loads this form that we're seeing right here. So what is profile information? Well, profile information is really a set of personal information or other details that you want to collect from church members that they would not need to fill out every single time. So let's think about a paper connection card. Typically on a paper connection card, you would have name, address, email, phone number, and then you would have your next steps. So what we did was split up these into two different categories with the thought that someone doesn't need to fill out their address every time they submit a connection card. So you can control this form that we call profile information using this builder right here, and you can customize it to your liking. So that's how to manage connection cards and profile information with My Sermon Notes. Now that you've set up your connection card and profile information, you're all set to start collecting responses from church members. If you have any questions about the setup process, please email support@mysermonnotes.com. For more tutorials like this, visit help.mysermonnotes.com. Thanks for watching.